Yo, what's up? It's Jason. I'm doing a ranking video. This is kind of like my third take of doing this video. I just keep discovering more and more soul singers I want to add to this list. So I'm going to try to cap it at top 12, but I'm going to cheat a little bit. There's going to be a tie here as well, so it's really like 13. But not doing a ranking by year for this video, as you can tell from the title. I'm doing my favorite soul singers in my collection. And I got kind of inspired to do this by Carlos over at As the Table Turns channel. Definitely go check him out if you haven't checked out his channel. I'll put a link below. He picked the top 5, and I got to give him a lot of props for that, because it's a lot harder than you might think to pick only 5. He kind of went more, I think, sort of classic with his picks, older school, like 60s, 70s era soul singers, I guess. My picks are a little bit more 70s, 80s, and 90s. A lot of them influential in house music, which is obviously in my wheelhouse, and some R&B pop singers as well. So we'll just dive into this thing again for the third time. This is my top 12, 13 singers. I'm going to do, I'll start off with a tie. How about that? We'll start off the tie with a diva, legendary house singer, really great vocal, kind of a deeper vocal, husky vocal. Warning was just a killer track when it came out. I think this is like her debut single back in '88, and her actual real name is Patricia, I think. If I check my notes here. Patricia Daniels out of New Jersey. In and Out of My Life is another really great song. House track by her. Respect, another one. But Warning's probably my favorite from Diva. Pretty cool videos for that too. So this is the tie, right? So in last place, we're going with here. Gonna have Joyce Sims as well. Not as big of a catalog, I guess, by Joyce Sims, but what a track. Come Into My Life. Some of the other tracks too by her, just amazingly beautiful. And she has a great, unique sounding kind of voice, I'd say, and production, of course, from Mantronics. Kind of in the freestyle sound of dance music, early house. There's other great singles by her as well. She recently passed away 2022 in October, so R.I.P. Joyce Sims. Those are the tie for number 12. Number 11, I'm going to go with Jocelyn Brown. Jocelyn Brown. Don't have a picture of her, but this one is a mega hit by her. Love's Gonna Get You. Sampled a lot, including by Snap. I Got the Power. That vocal, I Got the Power, is actually from this song. So Love's Gonna Get You, and this one too, Somebody Else's Guy. Really great track. Actually the name of her first album, I think. Haven't got that album yet. Liked and DJ'd a lot by Larry Levan, I guess, because I got some, first time I heard Somebody Else's Guy was on a Larry Levan sort of compilation or bootleg. So Jocelyn Brown, my number 11. She's out of North Carolina. Number 10, I'm going to go with the amazing Patrice Rushen. This is the Posh album. Picture of her on the back as well. I also have the other album by her with Forget Me Nots. She kind of spans a whole bunch of genres, from jazz to R&B, probably gospel as well. Very well-acclaimed musician, classically trained pianist. I think she also plays the clarinet as well, and other instruments, flute. And she's a producer, educator, and a great vocalist. More of a smooth style vocals. This one's got Never Gonna Give You Up, which is an amazing, fast kind of disco track, R&B track. That's my number 10. Number 9, I'm going to go with well-known artist, the legend, the queen of pop for a while. She passed away, Whitney Houston. I'm pretty sure I've got other Whitney Houston on vinyl, but this is the one that I grabbed. It was close by. How Will I Know? Big 80s hit. Very 80s cover. And yeah, I always feel like Whitney was kind of restrained a little bit vocally from the producers back in the day, giving her that 80s pop sound, but eventually the huge range came out and more R&B style tracks as well. R.I.P. Whitney, who I think passed away in 2010. It's been a while. Next up, make sure my numbering is going here. Okay, coming in at number 8 is the only male vocalist in this entire list. Just turned out to be that way. But I'm a huge fan. Got quite a few of his records. And I'm talking about TP. That's Teddy P, Teddy Pendergrass, a legend as well from Philly. A lot of his albums. Each of these albums has at least 1 or 2 great tracks on there. He originally started as a drummer, I think, in Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes out of Philly, then worked his way up to vocals, and then solo artist, and then passed away not too long ago, I guess. 2010, I think. I'll write it down, but he also passed away. Teddy Pendergrass, great, powerful vocals, and that is my number 8. Number 7, this was part of why I had to redo this video, because I had it was a total oversight, totally missed this artist in my original list, and had to get her in here. What a legend. What a silky smooth vocal too. Sade. Don't have a lot of Sade on vinyl at all. In fact, this is the only official one. I've got some bootleg singles. It's the Diamond Life album, one of her early albums. If not her first one. This has got Smooth Operator and Frankie's First Affair, Hang On to Your Love. I mean, is there a bad Sade album? Not really. They don't come every year, but when they do come out, they are all amazing. So, great artists. I mean, obviously I'm picking these more on the vocal range and sound, but also it doesn't hurt to have good songs as well. So Diamond Life is the album I'm showing. Sade is my number 7. Number 6 in my list, I am going with a house music legend from Chicago. Recently celebrating their 30th anniversary of her biggest song, which I don't actually have on vinyl. But I'm talking about Dajé. This is the Fakes and Phonies EP on Casual. A lot of her stuff's on Casual, but not exclusively. Is It All Over My Face? Kind of a take on the Loose Joints track. Remixes. Get Up Off Me. It's another one by Dajé. This one, of course, Day by Day. Great track. Beautiful vocals. And Is It All Over My Face? Another version. Some more remixes of Day by Day by DJ Sneak. So Dajé is my number 6. I don't have Brighter Days, which is probably her biggest hit of all. I don't seem to have that on vinyl. And 30th anniversary, new remixes out of that. This is my number 6, just out of the top 5. Should be really in the top 5, but the caliber of these vocalists, it just keeps coming, basically. So number 5, I'm gonna go with a very well-known artist as well in the R&B world. Talking about Mary J. Blige. Don't have any of her albums on vinyl, actually, but always been a big fan since the first album. What's the 411? I'll probably wore out a copy of that on cassette. This one is kind of around the second album, because this is Feel Like a Natural Woman, doing cover here. The B-sides on this one is Be Happy and Mary's Joint, which are on her second album, My Life. And also got this single too, which is her doing another cover as well. This time a disco cover of Let No Man Put Us Under. Great track, great version, great vocal. Mary J. in my top 5 for sure. Number 4. I don't have a picture of her, but a legendary vocalist in the house music scene. I think the wife of Little Louis Vega, but I don't know. They always perform or record together a lot on their Masters at Work. I'm talking about India. Masters at Work first featuring India. I Can't Get No Sleep is was their biggest track, really. Came out in the early 90s, 91, 92. And she's also on this track called Voices in My Mind. This actually has some male and female vocals on there. I think 3 singers in total. Really great single. And this is a recent pickup of India, bootleg of some songs, remixed by Masters at Work. India is my number 4. All right, we're getting down to the top 3 here. I think we're going to make it. Number 3, another massive singer that everybody should know. Talking about Chaka Khan. I also got the Rufus, the Chaka Khan records I could show too, but this is when she broke out on her own. Big 80s release, I Feel For You. This one's also great too, Naughty, which has Clouds on this one, Move Me No Mountain. Great vocals. A couple later Chaka Khan singles, Love You All My Lifetime, and this one. This is My Night. Chaka. Number 3. Now, number 1 and 2 actually kind of cross over in some ways, in some strange ways, because I don't think they were from the same part of the country even. No. In fact, one is from Chicago and one is from San Fran. They were both sampled / ripped off by the same band, actually. A band out of Italy in the early 90s, a huge dance act. Without giving it away too much, but my number 2, I have no pictures of number 2 at all. I have a picture of my number 1 pick, but I guess we'll just show these ones here now. Let me get this all straight here. My number 2 is Martha Wash, and this is not Martha Wash by any means. This is a model, I guess. The band is called Black Box from Italy. Huge hits. About 4 or 5 big dance floor monster tracks, including this one, I Don't Know Anybody Else, which is basically stolen vocals from Martha Wash. I think she submitted a demo tape or something. She did manage to sue them later and get full credit on these releases, but on these older versions of the singles, there's no mention of who the actual vocalist is. Instead, they have this lovely model who was also featured in the videos. There's music videos at the time as well. They probably went on tour and a lot of lip syncing going on. But yeah, Martha Wash, also from the Weather Girls with It's Rainin' Men. Big track. And Martha Wash also did some house tracks later on in the 90s under her own name, which was nice because she was also kind of ripped off, sampled by CNC Music Factory as well. So I think she successfully sued them as well and got her name and her proper credits. So the vocals, it's undeniable how amazingly rich they are and huge, and still around with us. She's from San Fran. Now from the almost other side, Midwest of the country, you got another artist that was involved with Black Box. I don't think this song in particular, but the song Ride on Time. And that vocalist, of course, is the one and only Lolita Holloway, my number 1 pick. There's a picture of Lolita Holloway, a different one, Crash Goes Love, also a good single. But her single, Love Sensation, is the bomb. I think it came out in 1980. That's the one that is sampled on Black Box's Right on Time, and also sampled on this one, and given its proper credit, at least in this sense. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, Good Vibrations, featuring Lolita Holloway. There you go. That is my number 1 pick. Huge, powerful vocals. in the dance scene. And hope you guys dug my list. Let me know who your favorite soul singers would be. Maybe you can limit it to like top 5. I obviously couldn't do that. Tried, but wasn't able to. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.